Okay, so now it comes time to installing the Electrum Rust server. So head on over to github.com/romanz/electrs, and we will go down to the installation from source link. And the first thing that we need to do is scroll down a little bit and install these packages here. So let's sudo apt update and sudo apt install all of these. Plus, we're going to also install another one, and it's called Cargo, C-A-R-G-O. So I'm going to install that and click on yes. Okay, so that has now installed. Now, the next thing that we want to do is clone this repository. So the way that we're going to do that is if we just keep scrolling down a little bit, it's git clone this. Now, since I don't have git installed, I'm just going to also sudo apt install git before I do that. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm in my home directory here, which I am. And I'm going to git clone that. So I'm going to hit paste and enter. So now when I ls that, I've got a folder called electrs, and as the instructions say, cd electrs. So now we're in that electrs folder. Okay, now we need to push this command through. So we'll copy that and paste it through. Now this is going to take roughly 20 minutes. So I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, so that has finished building. The next thing that we need to do is if you look into the electrs folder, there's also a folder here called doc. So I'm going to cd into that, and I'm going to copy this and put it into the Electrum rs folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy config_example and call it electrs.toml, and I'm going to put this into /home or /home/satoshi/electrs, and it should pop up in the electrs folder. So I'm going to hit that there. And so now when I cd into my electrs folder, I've got an electrs.toml file. So I'm going to nano this electrs.toml file, and I'm going to make some edits. Now the first line here that's in white, I'm going to make this, instead of cookie file, I'm going to change that to auth, and I'm going to use my Bitcoin username and password, which in the previous video was Bitcoin, and the password was also Bitcoin. So the username Bitcoin : password, which is Bitcoin. Now I'm going to change this here, and this is going to sit into home/satoshi/electrs, and we'll create a database folder like that. So that's where this database is going to be stored. And here we should put, we will put 0.0.0.5111, and that's the end of the file. So Control X, Y, and enter. Okay, let's just see if it works. So I'm going to hit .target, release, and then electrs, and see if this works. Okay, so this is looking good, and it's starting to index now. I'm just going to stop that by pressing Control C. And what I'll do is I will change this to start on the boot of my machine using a service file or systemd. So I'm going to go back to the homepage here of the electrs Git repository, and I'm going to go to configuration. And then all the way down is a service file for me. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go sudo nano etc systemd system, and I'm going to call it electrs.service, like so. and I'm going to copy and paste that in. And so the working directory is home/satoshi /electrs, and the executable is going to be this. And we don't need any of these log filters or info information. So we'll get rid of all of that and all of this. So we'll just leave it at that. User is my username, Satoshi, the group also Satoshi, and we'll leave that as is and see how we go. So Control X, Y, and enter. Now I'm going to go sudo systemctl enable electrs.service. Okay. And sudo systemctl start electrs.service. And sudo systemctl status electrs. And you will see that that has now started up in the background. Now, the way that you can have a look at those logs and see where you're at is Control C. I'm going to do that in the other terminal here. So I'm going to write sudo journalctl-fu electrs and put in my password. And so now we can see that we're up to 144,000 blocks. So we need to do some 840,000. So we'll wait for this to index. Now, what we'll also do is I'll show you where that is being indexed. So you can see here we've got a database folder that's been created. So if we cd into that database, cd into Bitcoin, and it's all just being populated here. You can also keep a watch of how much data or disk space you're using by typing in df -h, and I am using 718 gigs of my 2 terabyte drive. So yeah, this will build up and it'll use a few, maybe, I don't know, maybe another 50 odd gigabytes. Yeah, let's just wait until this one has completed. Okay, so that has finished. And so if I type in df-h, I'm now using 765 gigabytes out of my 2 terabytes. Now, we should be able to connect to this Electrum server, which we'll do in the next video, using Sparrow Wallet. But before we do that, I just want to mention how to update this. So I'll leave the commands in the video description. Essentially, I'm just going to go back into my home directory and I'll cd into electrs, and then I'll run git pull origin master, which will get the latest version of the Electrum Rust server, and then we'll run cargo build --locked --release, and then what you'll do is just restart electrs. So sudo systemctl restart electrs after that is complete. I'll leave the exact updating commands in the description of the video. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to support the work that I'm doing, head on over to ministryofnodes.com.au and click on the support button. If you'd like to have one-on-one consulting, click on the consulting button and book a session on the calendar widget. And if you'd like to purchase a Bitcoin node, head on over to the shop and purchase one from shop.ministryofnodes.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.